I'm Sara, the yarnologist. Welcome to Coffee and Crochet with Sara. I hope you're ready for some yarny fun today. Well, welcome and welcome back. And I hope you are going to have some fun today. We have a lot to do. We're going to talk about mill ends, what they are, what they aren't, and if they even are a good bargain. We're also going to have a shout out. I found a really neat YouTube channel I want you all to check out. We're also going to have some Happy Mail. I got one of the best Happy Mail this week that just really blessed my heart. I get mail occasionally. I get people that send me letters just thanking me for my channel sometimes. I get emails. I get messages of people thanking me. And I really, really appreciate that. It really means a lot to me. This particular Happy Mail just blessed my heart like crazy. It even made me cry. I'll have to tell you that. All right, so we're going to do that. And then at the end, we're going to talk about what's new this week and what's coming. All right, so are you guys ready to clink in? I have got some caramel. Let me read the name of this right. Caramel cream coffee. My granddaughter gave it to me for Mother's Day. It is like eating a piece of caramel candy. It is so good. And because I put a Splenda in it, no sugar. All right, everybody, let's clink in. Clinkety, clink, clink. I trust everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. Whether you're a mama or a fur mama or a mama to somebody else's kids, or you just love the kids around you, you're a mama. If you have influence, if you're a teacher, you're a mama. And I hope you had a great Mother's Day. All right, are we ready to just jump right in? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is talk about our shout out. So I was out and about, like I do about once a week. I get on YouTube and just look for other people that are doing similar things. And so I ran across this particular YouTube channel. It's called Summer's Tips and Stitches, and you all might have watched her. She is just fantastic. I really love the way she talked about her students. I don't know if she's a teacher or not. I didn't watch several of the previous ones. I watched the later ones, and she was talking about how she made ponchos for all the boys and girls in her class, and I just really enjoyed the YouTube channel. I watched 4 or 5 of her videos from then on up. And it just, for me, it's if someone really, really enjoys what they're doing and you can tell they love it and they just want to share with you what they're doing. And I really enjoyed her. And so I'm going to put the link to her channel in the notes under the video on YouTube. And then I'll also post her YouTube channel on my Facebook page because I really want you all to go and check her out. It's Summer's Tips and Stitches. She's just so much fun. Because like I said, I like people who are real. They love what they're doing, and they just know how to have fun, have a good time. And I think that's what she does on her channel. I just really, really liked her. All right, so now I want to tell you about my Happy Mail. Not meal, mail. I'm going to move some things over here out of the way. All right, so my husband was out working in the yard, and I've been trying to do some videos ahead of time and schedule them so you'll have them while I'm on vacation next week. And I've done some really fun things, and I'll talk about that later. So the mail truck came. I got a package. I figured it was for my son because he gets a lot of things at our house because his shop where he builds his shocks and things is on our property. And so I said, oh, it's for me. I was so excited. I got this envelope. I'm not going to show you the front because I don't want to show her address. But let me read you some of the letter that she sent me. I just started bawling. I was reading this. I was bawling my eyes out. And I ran out and showed it to my husband. He was so impressed. Okay, it says, hello, Sara. My name is Tammy, aka Beaded Wind Socks. When I am not beading, I am crocheting. When I am not crocheting, I am beading. That is super cool. Lately, when I am not beading or crocheting, I'm designing. I thought that was neat. She says, I am the owner and creator and designer behind Beaded Wind Socks. I want you to go check her out, okay? I'll give you her web address in just a second. Going back to December, you crocheted a C2C of a cardinal. Remember that great big cardinal I had? It was huge. I'm actually making squares and I'm going to make it into a big blanket. And then she says, you stated that you have a passion for cardinals, and I do. My mom loved cardinals. When we lived in Oklahoma, I had cardinals in my backyard. I just love cardinals. Okay? I'm talking about the birds, not the sports team. Okay? Upon seeing your blanket and your pot holder, because I made a pot holder as well, I'm not using it, I'm decorating with it because I don't want it getting messed up. I decided I wanted to add to your collection of cardinals. I did get some very good input from a friend of yours. I don't know who the friend is, but thank you, whoever you are, friend, because this is amazing. Okay, she says, enclosed is a beaded version of the cardinal. I've got to show this to you. It is amazing. I'm going to switch to this other camera so you can see it really close. All right, so here's the bag. And this is completely made out of beads. Isn't this gorgeous? She says you can hang it in the window, but the beads might fade, and I don't want that to happen. So when I showed it to my husband, I took it outside. I'm bawling my eyes out, and I showed this to my husband. He says, we need to get a frame for that. And so I've been looking online. I'm trying to find a frame that has 2 pieces of glass, and I don't think it would be that hard even to make. So I'm going to check that out. I may even have him just make me a frame because he does, he knows how to make a frame. And I just want to say, Tammy, that is absolutely gorgeous work. And it's just so beautiful. I'm going to show it up here too. Look at it, how it sparkles. Isn't that gorgeous? And you'd think it would be really, really delicate, and it's pretty sturdy. I mean, not like you can flop it around. I'm not going to do that because this means the world to me. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, Tammy, because this is a lot of work. There's a ton of beads in here. And she made it look like it was on a tree with some branches. Isn't that just beautiful? I just love it. Okay, now I want to give you her web address. She has an She has an Etsy shop. I'm so excited I can't talk. All right, she has an Etsy shop. She said she's currently on vacation, so don't go to the Etsy shop right now. But you can go ahead and go and look and check out what she does. Okay, she has a Facebook page also. It's Etsy, but just put in Beaded Wind Socks and you'll find her, okay? And I'll put this information also underneath the video on the YouTube channel. You need to check her out. This is amazing. It is so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tammy. And the thing is, it came on Saturday, the day before Mother's Day, and the last 2 weeks I have been battling with my kidneys and my kidney stones, and it just, I'm on the tail end of it. I'm feeling so much better. Don't worry about me. But it was just, you know how when you're not feeling 100%, you just sort of get down a little, and that just brightened my day. I mean, you talk about timing, you know. And so I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody go check out her webpage or her Etsy shop. Beaded Wind Socks is the name of her company, and you can find her on Facebook as well. It's just gorgeous, and I just so much appreciate it. Okay, I'm about ready to bawl my eyes out again, so let me just get a little composure here. All right, now before I go any farther, I know you all want to know about my shirt, right? So I went into Hobby Lobby, and I was looking at, I'm trying to find some flesh colored yarns and some different skin tones, and I know that Lion Brand makes some, but there are so many different colors, and it's hard to tell looking online. And so I thought I'd go and see if maybe Hobby Lobby had them. Hobby Lobby does have a good array of skin tone colors, by the way. I want to make some puppets. It's something I've got in my mind to do this fall. But anyway, I was going down the aisle because I liked to take a project with me when I go. I should say some projects with me when I go on vacation. And I saw that all the shirts were on clearance in the yarn area. This one says Yarnologist. I got another one with a llama, and then I got another one, I think it says Yarn Life. They were $3.49 a piece. Okay, so one thing to remember, I wear an extra large. But I'm holding them up and I'm putting them next to my shoulders because I do have a little bit narrow shoulders. It's down here where I need a little more room. But anyway, I bought larges and they fit perfect. So if you go to Hobby Lobby and you get some of these shirts, they run just a smidge big and they're really long, which I really like that. A lot of people don't like them that long, but I do because I wear them with leggings. So anyway, I know you're wanting to know. It's all sparkly and rainbowy. I love it. So you can see the sparkle. Anyway, I figured someone would ask me about my shirt, and they're really soft cotton too. That's the other thing. All right, let's get to our subject today, and that is mill ends. Now, the funny story is this. I went to the Dollar Tree because my granddaughter and I like to do a fairy garden, and we brought all the stuff in last fall, and we washed it all. We play with it inside the house as well. We have these little stories we play where they're friends and stuff. Well, anyway, I was at the Dollar Tree, and I noticed my Dollar Tree has a new section. It's called the $3 to $5 section, and they had a whole bunch of these. These are mill ends. And first of all, let's talk about what is a mill end. Okay, so I wrote down some notes so you can understand. First of all, mill end yarns are not seconds or inferior yarns. They're the same yarns that you buy from your different yarn companies. Here's this one. Let me show them to you. I bought 4. Okay. Each one of these has 14 ounces of yarn. This one's my favorite. Each one has 14 ounces of yarn. They do not tell you, like if it's a 3-weight, 5-weight. You just have to know when you're looking. And the ones that I picked, they had a whole bunch. So I picked out 2 that I think are 4-weight and 2 that I think are 3-weight, which were the round ball ones. Okay, now, what happens and how do they become a mill end yarn, okay? Sometimes when they're winding them, the balls aren't tight enough, and so the labels don't fit, or they're too loose and sloppy and they don't fit, and they go in the mill end bend. Another reason they end up in the mill end is if they're slightly over or underweight. But that doesn't matter with these because you're getting 14 ounces in each bag, okay? That's another reason. Another reason can be that maybe the dye lot isn't exactly perfect. Maybe the blue is a little lighter, or maybe the gray is a little darker. It's okay as long as you get a pack where all of them are the same. And that's what they do with these. All right, so what happens is they inspect them. If they don't work, they throw them over into the bin of mill ends. And then they bag them all up, putting the ones that are the same in each bag. Now, you can find mill ends at Joann's. I bought them there before. I've bought them from Michael's before. They don't always have them, just sometimes. You can purchase them from Hirschner's. Mary Maxim has them, and I think Webb's as well, if you like to order online. I didn't check any other places because that's where I usually get them. And sometimes it's just fun to order them and not really know what you're going to get and have it be a surprise because you're ordering by ounces, not by yardage. Now, a lot of the places like Hirschner's or Mary Maxim and Webb's, you can say, I want medium 4-weights or 3-weights or chunky 5s, or you want even cake yarns can be bought in mill ends. But you just never know what you're going to get, and it's kind of fun. But I want you to know it really depends on what you buy and where you buy it if it's a bargain. I paid $5 a piece for these. Now, if you go to the store and buy 4 of these, they're usually between, depending on the store, $3.99 to $4.99 a piece. So that's a bargain. But you have to be careful when you're at Hirschner's or Webb's or any of these other places. Check to make sure The ounces are a bargain because sometimes they're not, you know. And they change the price periodically depending on what they are. And it also depends on what the fiber is. If it has more wool or alpaca in it, it might be more expensive than an acrylic or a cotton. So keep that in mind when you're ordering mill ends. I really do encourage you, though, to check out your Dollar Tree. When I went in there, I hadn't been in there in a couple of weeks, and I went in there and they had completely reset the whole store. I also found some really nice puzzles, and they had a whole section of puzzles that were 100 count, 300, 500, and 1,000, and they were all $3, and really nice puzzles. Okay, and so I really encourage you to go in and check it out from time to time. But if you can't get out, you know, you can call the Dollar Tree and just ask them, did you get any mail-ins in today? Did you get any yarn in this week? Because the yarn at my Dollar Tree, it just flies out of there. I guess because we're up in Colorado and we crochet and knit a lot, the yarn does not last. Okay, but it is worth it. It's a good bargain at the Dollar Tree. The other place that I have found that's a really good bargain is at Joann's. One thing they do is they just get all their mill-ins in. They throw them in these great big bins, and you can dig through them, and they're kind of fun to dig through. And you can find some really good bargains in there. The price on those have changed from time to time also, so you just got to kind of check it out. My hair has electricity. It keeps sticking to my neck. Okay, so mill-ins are not inferior yarns. They're not seconds. They just didn't make the cut. You know, like I said, sometimes they're too fluffy or they're wound too tight and the label doesn't fit correctly. Sometimes they're underweight, sometimes they're overweight, but that's okay because in the mill-in, it's done by weight, not by yardage. All right, so let's see. I'll make sure I covered everything I wanted to cover with you. All right, that is the conversation on the mill-ins. Sometimes they're a bargain and sometimes they're not. All right, now, what did we do this week at Posh Pooch Designs? Now, I did 3 different patterns. Yesterday, we did a week early our stitch of the month. And this is a dish. I called it a dish towel because I wanted it to be a rectangle. And we did the lark's foot stitch. And this is one of those ones I really like, but I want it to be really colorful. And I like to use several colors in it. It was really fun. It is considered an intermediate pattern, but I think it's super easy. And once it's just a 2-row repeat. And once 4-row repeat because you're doing 2 rows per color. So it's a 4-row repeat. And once you learn that, you can just make a blanket, a hat, a scarf, whatever you want. And this measures about 14 inches long. If you want your dish towel longer, you can go for it. Make it as long as you want. It's a wonderful, fun project to practice a new stitch. And so that was our stitch of the month, the lark's foot dish towel. Or yes, dish towel. I keep wanting to call it a washcloth. Dish towel. All right, the other thing that we did was this hanging basket. And I took the plant out because I stuck it in another pot. So there isn't a plant in there. But you can see I recycled one of my containers and just put it inside. And you don't have to put a container in there. But these are kind of fun just to hang up maybe in the bathroom and keep like your Q-tips or cotton balls or whatever. You can use them for hanging up plants. And I received one of those air plants this week. And I think if you made a little tiny hanging basket, look really cute with one of those air plants in it. Don't you think? Air plants, not airplanes. And so we did this week. Now this is made out of the Just Hemp yarn from Lion Brand. It's very different yarn. I thought it was going to be kind of like crocheting with cotton, but it's very stringy and splitty. And the other thing is that it's not real sturdy. If you pull it really hard, it's going to break. And so that's one thing about this yarn. It's fun. It's completely made from sustainable because it's hemp. You know, and hemp grows fast. And they do make strong ropes out of hemp. So I'm not sure how this one is processed, but it is fun to try out. And I like to get a skein or 2 of a new yarn and try it out. And so it's kind of fun. I've got enough here I can make another one. This has, let me see how many it has on here. 3.5 ounces, 95 or 93 yards. So you can make 2 of these baskets with just 1 of these. But if you don't have this, your regular peaches and cream, sugar and cream type cottons work just fine for this. Because even though this is considered a 5, it really stitches up like a 4. All right. So keep that in mind. If you want to make some of these, just use some off-white cotton or some white cotton or whatever colors you want, and you can make some really pretty baskets. All right, and then the other thing that we did, I put them on this blocking board just so I could hold them up, is the Tulip Coasters. And I think they would make fun pockets like on a scarf or a bag, you know, maybe to put your lunch money in or your key to your house or something, you know, but they're coasters. They're super fun. And I wanted to release them last week so they'd be there for Mother's Day because, you know, when I think of spring, I always think of tulips. I don't know why. It's like the first flower that pops up. Daffodils do too, though. So anyway, we did this pattern as well. And just a reminder, all the crochet patterns that I show you like this that we do, there is always a written pattern with lots of pictures and a YouTube video tutorial to go along with it. Okay. Let me grab a sip of coffee. Everybody take a quick coffee break. Okay, now, I am leaving to go to Vegas. Actually, I'm going to Pahrump, town outside, about 100 miles, or I don't think it's 100 miles, maybe 45 minutes outside of Vegas. My sister-in-law is turning 60, so we're going down for her birthday. And we're leaving tomorrow. Actually, we're going to end up leaving, I think, Thursday morning. So what I did is I pre-recorded some videos. So if you've been on my blog, you'll see there's some new patterns there that don't have videos. And so what I did is I pre-recorded a video for tomorrow, for Friday, for Monday, and for Wednesday of next week. 4 different items. They're not great big items. They're kind of smallish. Things that you can do and have some fun with. So be sure and check out the YouTube channel, and I'll get that all linked up for you as well for those 4 new patterns. And they have pictures and video tutorials as well. Now, next Tuesday is our traveling back day. And what I'm going to do, because I need to announce the winner for the May giveaway next Tuesday. So what I'm going to do is we're going to find some place along the way and have our live video. Okay, so I don't know where. We're probably going to take a little bit longer way back, maybe go through some, you know, Arizona or New Mexico or whatever we want to do just to have a little fun and maybe see if we can find some neat little spot. So be sure and watch next Tuesday to find out who the May winner of the winner of the May giveaway, and to see where in the world is Sarah. I'll try that again. Where in the world is Sarah? The yarnologist. So we're going to look online and see if we can find some fun little place to stop and do a live video just to tell you who the winner is and what happened last week. Huh? All righty. So I am off to Vegas, baby, and you all have a great week. And don't forget, thank you for watching my videos, and keep crocheting. Bye-bye now.